Hey everyone, Drunken Soul from HookahPro.com bringing you an update on my crisis with my Crown Hookah's gamer mouthpiece. If you guys saw the first review I did of this video, I'll post it in the description below. I had a lot of issues with it with my Nogoom and even my Namor hose. The bottom of it was a bit too wide when I put it in. It was such a tight fit once I got it in and attached to my shirt. The hose kept popping off and it even popped out the grommet in my Nogoom white hose. I immediately emailed Santino after uploading the review, and within 15-20 minutes I got a response from him saying that he was extremely sorry that it wasn't working and that they were going to do everything they could to make sure it was right. And even in that first email I got, he said he'd send me out a new one right away. We went back and forth for several emails describing exactly the process I tried with it, all the hoses I tried, and he just wanted to make sure that he got the product right. He says he doesn't like getting bad reviews, so he was going to do absolutely everything he could to make it right. Thursday of this week, he sent out a tracking number from USPS of the newest piece. And I actually got it this morning, Saturday, which means 2-day turnaround. I was quite surprised about that. It's a little bit faster than their typical shipping, but I'm pretty positive he just wanted to make sure he got the new one in my hands right away and to give it a go. He even sent a return tag so I could return the old one because he wanted to take a look at it, make sure that there really was an issue with it. So this is the new piece I got. This is the old piece. As you can see, they are slightly different lengthwise and everything. The new one, the tip is more tapered than the old one. The stem of the old one's a little bit longer, but that's not a big deal to me. The slightly different design, the top, the flatness of it, the shape of it is the same. The new one's tip, the hole is a little bit smaller, no big deal. But as you can see, when I put it in my hose, it is not falling out. It is not even wiggling around. Nothing. It's a solid fit. I would say if it was, if the restriction on it, if it started out at a 10, being absolutely no restriction, this mouthpiece only brings brings it down to about a 9. Really hardly any restriction at all, which is great, which is what you expect from a Crown mouthpiece. As you see, I'm getting great clouds out of it, no problem. When I attach to my shirt, if you saw in the last video, the moment I did that, bam, the hose detached from it. I'm not even getting that when I'm tugging down on it. It's not even wiggling around. As you can see, no hands. Exactly what it was meant for. It's just slightly awkward wearing it on a shirt. But if you're so into gaming and you want to be smoking at the same time, it's perfect. You're hardly going to notice anything. I even figured out if you put your finger in it, you can use it as you're actually got your hands on the controller. PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, it's not limiting you whatsoever, so you can be playing and smoking at the same time. I think in the last review I gave the item a 6 just because it wasn't working. This I have to give it a 20 out of 10. I mean, it's perfect. I'm having no issues with this one whatsoever. I'm going to continue using it to finish off this bowl, which easily has another half hour, 45 minutes to it. And it's just, actually on the finger, has a nice natural feel to it. I was very surprised at the quickness that Santino responded, the quickness of the shipping. If you guys have had any questions about dealing with Crown Hookah, throw those questions out the window because they're fantastic over there. Santino, you're absolutely wonderful. As a vendor, with the quickness that he responded and got this issue fixed, I have to give them 100 out of 10. I mean, they're absolutely ridiculous. They want to make sure Everything's perfect that leaves the door, and I have to admit, this new piece is perfect. You know, unlike most of their mouth tips, they sandblasted the bottom of it, which gives it a little bit of a rough finish, but that helps give it a little bit more grip in the hose. No wiggle whatsoever. You know, as long as you get it in there solid, you're not going to have any fear of it popping out like I was having with the old one. I can definitely see the problem that the old one had, but you know, I'm going to send it back to him. He sent me a return envelope, or a paid return shipping label, so I'm going to return it. He's going to check it out, and I'm pretty sure right away he's going to see what the problem was. But you know, hey, it happens. He made sure it got fixed at no expense to me, and I have to give him, you know, mad props for that. So thank you, Santino, for getting the issue fixed right away, and I really hope, you know, nobody else out there has a problem, but if you do, Santino will get it fixed right away. Once again, this has been Jerk & Stow from hookahpro.com, your ultimate source, absolutely ultimate source for everything hookah. I'll see you guys around.